guys? I hope everyone's doing well today. For those of you that know me in game, my name is Lacey Serafina. For those of you that are just maybe passing by, found this video on mistake, but are a little curious about the game anyway and how it works, I go by Cerberus. So, purpose of this video is I'm simply trying to help fill a void I've noticed in terms of how long this game has been out, the lack of guides there is, especially for a main event that I'm covered today called Trials of Odin, or either Ragnarok or whatever you will. Name it how you want it. It's just a main event. If you played Dawn of Rome, if you played that, this is a little similar, except this is a little nicer to those whales a little bit. And the only reason why I say just a little bit is it's only gonna make sense if you throw everything you have into the current phase that is prep phase that we as a server we are in right now. We are in what's the preparation phase. If I click on over here to Trials of Odin, you'll see that we are just about to sunset on day 2 of 3 of Trials of Odin prep phase. And then of course there's the siege phase and the finals phase. Now in my opinion, if this is my first revamped Trials of Odin, in fact this is our first Trials of Odin as a server overall, like I said before. But of course anybody in the comments that has experience and wants to add to this, because this is why I'm making this video, is to fill a void, and you know, create some discussion around this outside the official Discord, to kind of help other people out. So, you know, if you have anything to share, feel free to let me know in the comments. But as I click in here to log into it, you'll see that everyone in your guild is going to share a camp. In the old version, what I heard, it's more pay to win. And also from what I've heard from someone by the name of Garden S9 in their official Discord, seems pretty knowledgeable of this. So if you're watching, thank you for letting my server and I know a few tips, because I did forward those to the Discord we made, which, by the way, if you're in need of that official out-of-game contact, if you're in my game server specifically, just feel free to send me a direct message over that way, and I will get you in and sorted to your specific guild, your specific roles you have and whatnot. Just again, if you're in Stone S7 and you're in need of out-of-game contact with anyone outside the game, or just want out-of-game contact in general, just shoot me a message. I will sort that out for you, so that way, if you and your guild members are frustrated by the communication limits in game, that will get sorted out for you. Now, going back to what I was saying, when we're logged in here, it's more team-based now, based on what people have complained about in the past. They've redone it, they've redid it, and of course, our server, the one I'm on, we're a bunch of fresh eyes. So, for the purpose of this video, I left a few things undone so you can kind of watch and see what I do here. So, I've already done my exploration, but I'm going to show it anyway. I can't press explore right now because I'm out of meat. But you can restore stamina with diamonds. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't normally spend diamonds for restocking my stamina, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. And when I hit explore, just watch me. We're going to hit explore. And then it's going to bring up a monster. And then we're going to challenge. And then most of the time, what you want to do, the game will do the chores for you. You want to hit auto battle and be on your way. Again, for the sake of this video, I'm going to refill that. Alright, there we go. It's refilled. So, I'm going to log back into it. And, okay, we're going to tap explore again. Because I'm really trying to demonstrate this for everyone. So, we're going to hit challenge. And then, all we're going to do is click auto battle. Boom, done. Hit explore again. Challenge. Done. Alright, and we're going to keep doing this until every once in a while you're going to see one of these. You try to solve it the right way. So, I'm going to take a minute to kind of guess it. Like, for example, question from Odin. The stones around altar, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hit rune. Boom, boom. You get some stamina back and you get some goodies. So, I'm just going to keep going. Alright, and I'm going to restore again because I'm going to show you something else here. If you are out of battle stamina, not the meat, the other battle stamina being your helmets. If you've hit explore and you're out of stamina, what you can do, you can click this thing called bypass, and the monster goes away, goes into your guild intel. Anyone else that wants to take the monster and get the rewards can do it, and will happen when that happens. It'll get shared with the rest of the guild whenever you battle using your intel. So I'm going to click out of that, and as you can see, because of me going on explore, all three of these other categories lit up for us here. So altar, it's a damage bonus. It goes up to, I believe, 10 levels, just like the rest of your camp. So we're going to hit this thing called construct, and that uses that currency there, and then it gives us a little reward off that. So same thing for shield wall, damage bonus. Use up whatever currency it is, doesn't matter how many, use, boom, get a little reward off that. Same thing for watchtower. Construct, all, use, done. Now, as you can see, the normal stamina, like the ham item, that's gonna refill like every half hour-ish, like if you ever run out. So don't feel compelled to spend your diamonds compulsively, like I did for the sake of this video for demonstration purposes. You really don't need to do that. Whales and free-to-play players are equally able to do this. Your only crutch that you're gonna have if you're free-to-play is your helmets, and you can get, I believe, it's up to 12 a day for free if you use diamonds that you might have left over, or if you just watch an ad or two. So it's really not that bad, but those you get a couple per day for free even if you don't do that. But throughout the day, what you want to do is occasionally before you go upgrade a building, and this is of course just my strategy, you gotta follow it, but here's what strategy that I love to do. Throughout the day, I go over here to supplies, and for the sake of this video, again, I left some things undone. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this thing that says donate. And as you can see, we have a couple things that are highly sought after. Those are going to give you more points, as you can see. And I'll show you in a minute how much this matters and how to do this proactively. So that way you don't burn yourself out, you don't burn your guildmates out that might be under you, over you, whatever. So when I click on these, if you go over anywhere over 1 hour of productivity, I just ignore that and just use a resource, diamonds, a chest, whatever, to satisfy that. Because in each of these, you only get up to 50. So it's really not that bad. If you have like a really high building level of, let's say, like, oh, I don't know, 150 for like leather, or if you're paper, you could easily get away with like a level 60 for that building. So it's really not that hard to kind of measure yourself and your fellow members on what they're doing, how they're doing. Are they actively contributing? Are they not contributing? So what I like to do is count your levels in batches of either 2 or 3, depending on your era. If you are something like, I want to say Renaissance era and up, count in batches of 2, because that is going to help you more than someone that is lower than you in era level. So we see right here, glass is satisfied right now. So we're going to click that. And I'm going to count 1, rich and willful. Okay, so for me that counts 2 levels. I got upgrade glass. Okay, we're going to go down here. Horse. 1 level for that. Leather is done, paper is done. Don't gotta worry about that. Steel. 1 level on that. Okay? 1 or 2 levels, depending on who you are. I just said 1 for the sake of 1 batch. I didn't say 1 level. I just said 1 for the sake of counting how many times I was able to donate. And then, of course, like I say, you do the math. If you're somewhere in the higher eras, try to, make it like, I want to say 2 on that. Like I keep saying, around 2 levels, you want to bump yourself up in those buildings. Everything else, like leather, you can see, paper, you can see, like I zeroed those out for the day. I did just fine. Now, as you can see in red here, it says donation attempts reset daily, which means all of these are going to reset up to 50 per day that you can get done. However, the high ones are the ones that you want done first. And let's say you go in the red on any of these, that's where I trickle it back to my buildings. So anything that's red, I go back to my main buildings here. So for example, let's use the cotton. It's ready to upgrade. So we said 2 levels, right? Because we're in early exploration, at least in my case. So we want to count 1. That's 1. 2. I was able to get that done because I had a chest that I willingly chose to set to the side. So just because you have a chest, if you want to use it on the Odin, sure, great, go for it. However, if you're someone who's sparse on them, maybe try to divvy it out like I'm just saying, like there's more than one way to go about your Odin prep phase here. Now, of course, I'm not sure how your specific guild wants you to go about it. I'm not gonna, tell you what to do. I'm just saying, like, that's what I do. If I notice that I ever go in the red, maybe that just means I use my resource chest on building itself and not Odin. Okay, so you kind of have to decide per your use case what's going on with that. And then after the fact, if I go up here, you'll see that, like I said, you have up to 10 levels that could be done here. And it is a grind, much like your average guild leveling. So it's really not that bad. But that's all I'm going to go over in this video, as it is prep phase. I don't know about the other two phases. I imagine it's going to be like Rome. So if you're used to Rome, that should be a walk in the park for you. If you have anything else, or if you're an experienced player in older servers, maybe you have something to say, drop in comments, let us know. Again, pleasure to add to the conversation that surrounds the game. I know there's, again, not a lot going on as far as guides, and even if there are guides, they're kind of sparse, or they're just jumbled in some Let's Play video, and I don't want that getting lost in sauce here. So, I'll see you guys later. This is Cybers, aka Lady Serafina, in Epoch, saying have a lovely day, and have a nice time growing your civilization. Thank you. Bye.